Every car company on Earth builds cars the same way. Thousands of parts, hundreds of robots, a line that stretches the length of several football fields, and a vehicle crawling down it one station at a time. It has worked for 100 years. Elon Musk looked at that line and decided to throw it away, not improve it, throw it away. And in February 2026, the first car built his new way rolled off the line at Gigafactory Texas. If his numbers are right, Tesla can now build a car for half of what it costs anyone else, in a fraction of the space, at a speed the industry cannot match. This is not a new Tesla. It is a new way of making every Tesla, and that is the part that should terrify every other automaker alive. For more than 100 years, the car industry has run on one idea, and almost nobody questioned it. A car is broken into hundreds, sometimes thousands, of individual parts. Each one is made separately. Then they travel to an assembly line where robots and workers weld, bolt, and inspect them together, station by station, until a finished car rolls off the end. Toyota does it this way. Volkswagen does it this way. Ford and General Motors do it this way. The process has been refined for decades, and it is genuinely impressive. But Musk asked a question so simple it sounds almost stupid. If dozens of small parts are just going to be welded together into one big part anyway, why not build the big part in one piece from the start? Every engineer in the industry could have asked that question. For 100 years, none of them did, because the tools to do it did not exist. Musk decided to build the tools, and the first one is a machine the size of a house. The machine that deletes 100 welds. It is called the Gigapress, and it does something no traditional factory can do. It takes molten aluminum and, in a single shot, casts an entire section of a car's frame as one solid piece. Depending on the vehicle, these machines clamp down with 6,000 to 9,000 tons of force, and future versions are expected to reach 50,000. In one press, they replace something that used to take dozens of separate metal stampings and hundreds of individual welds. What was a complicated, error-prone puzzle of small parts becomes a single casting, finished in seconds. At first glance, that sounds like a minor engineering upgrade. It is not. It ripples through the entire factory. If you have fewer parts to join, you need fewer robots to join them. Gigafactory Texas once ran on well over 1,000 robotic welding arms. After the Gigapress arrived, Tesla eliminated roughly half of them. Fewer joints also means fewer places for a defect to hide, which means fewer flaws, faster builds, and lower costs on every single car. This is the kind of change a customer never sees on the showroom floor, but pays for or saves on the sticker price. And the Gigapress is only the first half of the plan. The second half is the part that breaks the assembly line itself. Throwing away the assembly line. The traditional assembly line has one fatal weakness. It is a sequence. Every step waits for the step before it. The car moves through hundreds of yards of stations, one after another, and if any station slows down, everything behind it slows down too. Musk's answer is called the unboxed process, and it does something radical. Instead of dragging one car body down a single long line, Tesla splits the car into 5 or 6 independent modules. The front section, the rear section, the 2 side structures, the battery pack combined with the interior. Each module is built at the same time, in its own dedicated area of the factory, by teams and robots working in parallel. The car does not exist as a car until the very end, when the finished modules are brought together and bolted into one vehicle in a final marriage step. The body panels go on last. In fact, the car never even touches the ground until final assembly. If that sounds like a small reorganization, look at what Tesla says it does. The unboxed process is designed to cut manufacturing costs by up to half, shrink the factory floor space needed by 40%, and boost production throughput by 30%. Building 6 modules at once is simply faster than building one car in sequence, the same way a kitchen with 6 cooks working in parallel plates a meal faster than one cook doing every step alone. And the payoff of all that efficiency is a single number that should frighten every competitor Tesla has. The $30,000 weapon. The first car built entirely this way is the Cybercab, Tesla's 2-seat robo-taxi with no steering wheel and no pedals. And Musk is targeting a manufacturing cost of around $30,000 per vehicle, with a goal of pushing it even lower toward $25,000. To understand why that number is a weapon, consider that the average new car in America sells for well over $40,000. Tesla is aiming to build a fully autonomous vehicle for less than what most companies charge for an ordinary one. And this is not a slide in a presentation anymore. The first Cybercab rolled off the line at Gigafactory Texas on February 17, 2026. Tesla is targeting volume production, and it has stated an internal goal that sounds impossible. At full scale, one Cybercab every 10 seconds. But Musk himself has warned the early ramp will be, in his words, agonizingly slow, because mastering a brand new manufacturing method is brutally hard. So the honest picture is this: the process is real, the first cars are real, but the 10-second dream is a mountain Tesla is still climbing. And there's a good reason to take Musk's caution seriously, because the last time he bet everything on reinventing the factory, it nearly destroyed the company. The mistake that almost killed Tesla. In 2018, Tesla was trying to ramp up production of the Model 3, and Musk set an aggressive target of 5,000 cars a week. To hit it, he pushed factory automation further than almost anyone in the history of the industry. Hundreds of robots were assigned to tasks that human workers had always handled well: routing wiring harnesses, installing interior components, moving parts between stations. On paper, it was perfect. Robots do not get tired, do not take breaks, and repeat themselves precisely. In practice, it was a disaster. The robots were brilliant with rigid, precisely shaped metal parts, but they choked on soft, flexible materials like wiring and insulation. If a single part was off by a few millimeters, it jammed every operation after it. The line stopped and stopped and stopped again. Output fell far below target. Tesla found itself waiting on replacement parts from overseas while thousands of half-built cars sat frozen on the factory floor. Then Musk did something he rarely does. He admitted he was wrong, publicly, writing that excessive automation at Tesla was a mistake, that it was his mistake, and that humans are underrated. If the story ended there, it would just be a failure. But that failure taught Tesla the lesson that makes everything it builds today actually work. The lesson: robots are not the goal. The lesson was simple. Robots are not the point. Efficiency is the point. If a human can do a job faster, cheaper, and more reliably than a multi-million-dollar robotic system, then automating that job is not clever. It is wasteful. So Tesla rebuilt its entire manufacturing philosophy around one rule: use robots where they clearly beat humans, and use humans where their flexibility matters most. Today, robots handle the heavy, repetitive, high-precision work. They run the Gigapress. They lift car bodies. They perform thousands of welds with a consistency no human hand could match after an 8-hour shift. Meanwhile, human workers handle everything that requires adaptability, dexterity, and quick judgment, the exact things that broke the robots in 2018. You can see this balance most clearly in the two most automated rooms in the factory. And the first one is where those giant castings become an actual car. The heart of the factory. The body shop is where automation reaches its absolute peak. Unlike final assembly, where humans and robots work side by side, the body shop is almost entirely machines. Hundreds of robotic arms run around the clock, 24 hours a day, performing thousands of welds on every body with a precision that never drifts. Once the parts are positioned, Tesla does not rely on welding alone. Resistance spot welding locks the sheet metal together at thousands of points. Laser welding handles the areas that demand the highest precision, producing cleaner, stronger joints. And structural adhesives, industrial bonding materials, glue the body together in a way that increases its rigidity while cutting down vibration and road noise. Combining these methods lets Tesla build a body that is both stronger and lighter than one held together by metal welds alone, which is a big reason Tesla cars consistently earn top crash test ratings. That rigid shell absorbs and distributes impact instead of passing it to the people inside. This is why Musk once called the factory itself the machine that builds the machine. But even a perfect body is not a finished car. It still has to survive the most obsessively controlled room in the entire building. The room where a speck of dust is a disaster. The paint shop is the most tightly controlled area in the whole factory, because here a single microscopic speck of dust can ruin a finish and force an entire body to be reworked. Temperature, humidity, and air cleanliness are all monitored to exacting standards. It starts with a deep clean to strip away every trace of dust and grease. Then the body is submerged in an electric coating bath, a process that lays down a uniform anti-corrosion layer across every metal surface, even the hidden corners a spray gun could never reach. That coating is what protects the car against moisture and road salt for its entire life. After that comes primer, then the color coat, then a clear protective top coat, every layer applied by robots to keep the thickness perfectly even, then baked hard in a curing oven. But even this room, The sacred, dust-free heart of every traditional factory is something Musk wants to eliminate. For the Cybercab, Tesla plans to build the color and protective finish directly into the casting process, doing away with the conventional paint shop altogether. It is the same pattern, over and over. Look at a step the entire industry treats as untouchable and delete it. Why the industry should be afraid. Here's the truth the reference points to, but never quite says out loud. The battle in the car industry is no longer about range or acceleration or styling. It is about cost. The company that can build a car for the least money wins, because it can cut prices, take market share, and still have money left to invest in the next thing. Tesla has already shown it will use this weapon, slashing prices across markets and forcing competitors to bleed trying to keep up. If the Gigapress and the unboxed process deliver what Tesla claims, the cost gap between Tesla and everyone else does not shrink. It widens, and a rival cannot simply copy this overnight. It means scrapping the assembly line they spent decades and billions perfecting, and rebuilding the entire concept of a factory from scratch, while Tesla is already years down that road. That is what the title really means. Musk touring this assembly line is not showing off a car. He is showing off a machine that builds cars cheaper than the competition can, and quietly putting every factory that cannot match it on notice. For 100 years, the assembly line was the unquestioned way to build a car. Tesla just cast half the frame in one shot, split the rest into modules built in parallel, and rolled the first result off the line in February 2026. Whether it hits the 10-second dream or not, the direction is set, and the rest of the industry now has to answer a question it never wanted asked. What happens when the competition stops building better cars and starts building a better factory? If you love seeing how Tesla turns bold ideas into real machines, leave a like and subscribe. We will keep uncovering the engineering that powers the future.